Good afternoon. I'm Joel Rasmus, Managing Director of CERIAS at Purdue University, and it's my distinct pleasure to kick off the 22nd Annual CERIAS Symposium by introducing our welcoming address. Dr. Theresa S. Mayer is the Executive Vice President for Research and Partnerships at Purdue University, where she oversees the institution's $690 million research enterprise and supports holistic engagement with federal, industry, and global strategic partners. Previously, in her roles leading research and innovation efforts at Virginia Tech and at Penn State University, Mayer was instrumental in creating collaborative and cutting-edge research ecosystems that engaged industry and enhanced regional economic development. She is widely recognized for her work in advanced manufacturing of nanoscale electronic, optical, and biomedical devices, which have been supported by the NSF, DoD, DOE, NIH, and industry. Mayer has over 350 technical publications, invited presentations, and tutorials, and holds 10 patents in these areas. She serves on the U.S. President's Council of Advisors on Science and Technology, and is a fellow of the Institute for Electrical and Electronics Engineers. Dr. Mayer, welcome.
Thanks, Joel. Let's see if I can start my video. Let's see, I think the host needs to start my video. Okay, excellent. Well, welcome everyone. It is a true pleasure to be with everybody virtually today. And again, thanks, Joel, for that very kind introduction. This symposium, this annual symposium, is really a highlight of our year as we really celebrate another year of tremendous advances of research in cybersecurity, not only just at Purdue and the collaborators and faculty and students at Purdue, but with our partners overall. So I'm going to navigate showing a couple, see if I can show a few slides here. Let's get this. Okay, can everybody, or Joel, can we see the slides?
Yes. Looks great, Theresa.
Okay, wonderful. Well, again, welcome everybody. And I hope this is a kickoff to a great 2 days. Hopefully next year we'll be able to see everybody in person once again. But the virtual format does give us the ability to reach out, I think, to far more people as well. I'm going to just kick things off with just some really exciting advances here at Purdue overall, with a couple of quick facts. And for those of you who haven't been tracking the news, we had record enrollment coming out of COVID last year. We have just hit 50,000 residential students. And a real differentiator for Purdue University is that over 2/3 of those students, along with the academic programs, are in STEM disciplines. And I don't need to tell anybody on the line that this is filling a really critical need for the nation right now. And our work in cybersecurity and related areas are certainly at the top of the list. But not only do we continue to grow in scale, we maintain a very high ranking in terms of our overall strength, both across engineering and cybersecurity in particular, both at the undergraduate and graduate levels. And so this provides a very robust pipeline of students for the future. I'm very proud to say that we also have a diverse population of students and faculty, 5th in the nation for degrees to undergraduates as well as PhD women engineers. And we're recently ranked the 5th most innovative university. If you've been to campus recently, you'll see everything from autonomous vehicles to other, so to speak, living lab exercises. So what we like to say is if you want to try something new, come to Purdue. And I think it really underscores the culture that we're promoting in terms of a hands-on, minds-on approach to the research that we do, as well as learning. I also thought I would just provide a high-level overview of some very exciting new strategic initiatives in a time of a significant challenge for the nation and for higher education in general. We have continued to make deep investments. I'm going to share some of our Purdue Next Moves investments. But as we were making some decisions going into this calendar year, we took a look at our overall portfolio, which I'm just showing a snapshot of right here. You can see that approximately 60% of our recent research expenditures out of a total of over 690 million were from the federal government. But a very substantially growing part of our portfolio has been our direct engagement with industry and the relationships that we have with industry together with the federal government, really looking at that triad between the academic, federal, and industry partnerships, which I know many of you are active participants in. As we took a look at our overall portfolio, we noted that as a very strong STEM university, that we have opportunities, we have greater opportunities to work more closely with our mission-driven agencies in the federal government sector, particularly agencies like the Department of Defense, Intelligence Community, Homeland Security, and others. And as a result of that, with the support of President Daniels and the Board of Trustees, we launched our Purdue Next Moves, where over $110 million is going to be invested over the next 5 years to support some very significant advancements in key areas of national security and technology. And this will include, as I will show, investments in core infrastructure, people, and state-of-the-art facilities. But it's very important that as we looked at the potential opportunities, we made a strategic decision to focus on areas of deep strength where, as we look at the needs of our partners in the federal government, aligning with some of our state priorities, and also with our deep industry partners, we chose 4 strategic areas of focus. And what you can see here is that cybersecurity is one of our top 4. The images on the right highlight some of our deep strengths and longstanding investments and core capabilities, where you see many of our facilities at scale, ranging from our academic propulsion lab to our nanofabrication facility and some of the advanced hypersonic test facilities. Here are the Mach 6 quiet wind tunnel, which is one of only 2 in the country. And so again, the takeaway here is that Purdue, coming out of COVID in times when other universities were not in such a fortunate position, we are doubling down on our strengths and making a commitment of investment in order to build out a more extensive base with which to expand our research initiatives. I would also like to highlight that there's a very significant investment that really sits side by side and is complementary in teaching and learning, as well as recommendations that came out of a year-long effort that was a campus-wide effort that was called our Equity Task Force. And we're making over a $30 million investment to diversify our faculty, graduate student and undergraduate student population, as well as our staff population, to really embrace, once again, our core land grant mission and to ensure a public education to a diverse community that's representative of our state and of our nation. So that $30 million investment, again, I think will continue to support the efforts that are underway. And I hope for our industry and federal partners who might be on the line that you will join us in really underscoring and emphasizing some of our critical gaps and talent needs, and we'll be partners in our efforts as we again continue to diversify our student base. I'd just like to highlight some of our real proud accomplishments in cybersecurity, starting with the founding of our main cybersecurity center called CERIAS in 1998, really dating back to the early 1990s. So it was one of the original 7 NSA and DHS labs. Again, it has maintained a national leadership role and is an academic center of excellence in cybersecurity. One of the things that as I joined Purdue that has been really impressive about the cyber activities at Purdue is that it's not just in one department or one college. We have over 150 faculty from across 20 academic departments who are deeply engaged. So this spans from computer science all the way to liberal arts and humanities. And again, we have programs and externally funded programs that are supporting faculty and students in a truly interdisciplinary way. So over 3,000 cyber-focused students and moving beyond research, but really touching on the core educational principles as well. So CERIAS serves importantly as the portal for all of our cybersecurity initiatives at Purdue. We did have the first accredited cybersecurity graduate degree program in the late 1990s. And over that time and to today, you can see that the range of focus areas continues to grow, and they align and track in real time where we see the greatest needs across our industry partners and our federal partners. And so as needs change, the CERIAS Center is there really tracking those changes. A very impressive over $300 million in active programs that are supporting our cyber research. And CERIAS itself is really the home to our industry-driven partnership program. One of the core strengths is really thinking about the interface between the virtual and the physical world and considering cybersecurity in those application-driven areas. And many of the programs are focused in those. Very recently, we became home to a strong Purdue Sandia collaborative effort in a cyber physical test bed. And that's prominently displayed, having performers directly from Sandia working hand in hand with our faculty and students here at Purdue. And again, just to underscore that we maintain a very, very strong national ranking in our overall efforts in cybersecurity. The strategic partnership, here we're just showing a few of the many strategic partners from across many different industry sectors. You can see defense contractors, you can see major semiconductor companies, pharmaceutical companies and beyond, as well as our federal partners. And so bringing together the input and the strengths from these very broad-ranging industry sectors, again, really builds a vibrant environment here at Purdue and with our other academic partners. We're very proud that just over the last year, we've continued to receive very significant investments that are combining federal and industry support, including a $7.5 million award that's part of the DOE Cybersecurity Manufacturing Innovation Institute that's in partnership with the Department of Energy. You can see additional programs growing from NASA, as well as the Office of Naval Research. So again, just to highlight, these are just a few of the many programs that continue to receive support within the CERIAS. We're working hard to get the word out. And so it's part of enhancing our strategic communication. I hope that you remain in touch with our active news and social media feeds. We're really building a drumbeat of communication that's highlighting our cybersecurity efforts. One that I'd like to highlight in particular is the new Rolls-Royce Cyber Technology Consortium, where Purdue and Carnegie Mellon were the first 2 university founding members, building off other successful initiatives with other industry partners. And so again, this is filling a core need of industry working hand in hand in different application domains and with our federal partners. As part of the Purdue Next Moves, I highlighted our strategic area of focus in national security and defense, where cybersecurity is one of our top 4 priorities. I'd also like to highlight that as Purdue considers how we continue to support the nation in building out the work with mission-driven agencies, we felt that it was time to invest in a platform which is an affiliated nonprofit research arm of the university that we are calling the Purdue Applied Research Institute. And this institute will have a very strong base in cybersecurity and will invest in researchers, critical infrastructure, and one-of-a-kind facilities that are aligned with the core strengths of Purdue, both our research, education, and outreach, in order to drive our ability to solve bigger and more complex problems in interdisciplinary areas for a safer nation and world. And with that, I want to highlight not only investments in people, but really building out a robust and vibrant ecosystem. This image shows the continued expansion of our Discovery Park district, which sits at the western side of campus, immediately adjacent to the academic core. What we're showing on the left is the build out of the hub of our interdisciplinary research activities. And if you can see my cursor, we are establishing one building that will support or be the front door for our national security and defense initiatives at the university. As part of that, it is important that we enhance our capabilities to support classified and restricted research. And with this investment, we will be building out those capabilities. And I'd be happy to talk to industry partners who would like a more in-depth understanding of some of the facilities that we will be bringing online as part of that investment. What I'm showing to the right is the Convergence building, and it's truly an area that sits adjacent to our interdisciplinary research activities, some of our core labs and facilities, where we provide space to house not only our researchers, but to provide a location proximate to campus for our industry, federal, and state partners. We are also building out enhanced capabilities with state-of-the-art facilities. We were very fortunate to receive funding from the Air Force, as well as a donation from Northrop Grumman to construct, verify, and bring online as a national asset 2 additional state-of-the-art hypersonics wind tunnels, which if you've been following the news, right behind cyber and cyber physical system security, hypersonics is a key area of technology that of course builds on these core capabilities. So we are very much looking forward to hosting as a national asset to the country, one of the locations in the nation that will support advanced test and evaluation. We're also building out additional capacity in advanced manufacturing, not only for hypersonics, but thinking about the ongoing and enhanced support of the digitalization of industry, oftentimes known as Industry 4.0. And as you can see, one of the major programs that is being driven out of CERIAS is this interaction with the Department of Energy in this critical area as just one of many examples. So again, with that, we really appreciate your participation in the event over the next couple of days, the CERIAS Symposium. And I really hope you enjoy the engagement with the panels. And of course, as always, with our very talented students and partners. So thanks, Joel and the organizers for giving me the opportunity to provide this brief introduction.